And I really liked in the book, you shared a lot of stories from your history training, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And this is really cool because to somebody like me, it's like getting to peer into this world that nobody else gets to see. And you talking about some of the things you did unconventionally with Michael, like he practiced on game days. Like you were saying, he would go in the morning and take shots and practice and
Yeah.
also lift weights, presumably on game days.
Yes.
I took special satisfaction in the book when you mentioned Michael's pregame diet. You want to talk about that? That really, I think I appreciate that in my world.
I knew that was coming up. So I'm saying, back we're talking about the late 80s, early 90s. Back then, carbs. Everything is carbohydrates. Bread, pasta, rice, all this thing. That's how you got your energy. That's how you got your power. That's how you got everything. Well, I used to say, okay, and I didn't take a nutrition class. I did take some nutrition classes, but back then the research was a little different. And this again was about not what to think, how to think. So Michael, during that time, he lived in the suburbs, and you have to arrive if the game's at 7:30, the game was played at 7:30, you have to arrive at the arena an hour and a half before, which means he has to leave the house by 4:30. For people that don't know, Chicago traffic is really, really bad. Even for Michael Jordan, he's not getting a police escort to the games. So you have to leave early. So that means you got to eat around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So by the time he got to the game starts at 7:30. By the time you hit halftime, you're at about 8:15. He's starving. He goes, man, I'm starving. And I was just like, all right, how can we put something in his system that will literally slow the digestive process down, that will allow his body to function at a higher level, be able to provide energy sustained throughout a longer period of time. And also, the ultimate thing is perform better. So I said, hey, Michael, I have no research on this, but I said, from everything that I've read, everything that I know, everything that I feel is right, I said, do you enjoy eating red meat? Do you enjoy? He goes, man, I love steaks. I said, let's incorporate a steak in your pregame meal, because what it will do is the enzymes in the steaks, the protein, the amino acids in the steaks will slow down the digestive process of everything else that you're eating, and it'll allow you to have more sustained energy. Because the one thing he said, I don't want to eat right before the game. I don't want to get to the arena and eat. So I said, if we do this, I said, I'm pretty sure this will work. And I said, if it doesn't, we can always go back. So we started to literally add a steak before every single game. It was like a mainstay for his meal. And it literally changed the way he performed. It literally changed his energy level. It literally changed his long game mental focus towards the end of the game. Because, if you watch him play, he played extremely hard. He never took a play off. He played extremely hard. He saw the results. And then later, I don't know how many years later, you started to see how more important protein, red meat, and all these different things are vital to a person's not only performing in sports, but performing in whatever you're competing in, the workforce, your schools, whatever it may be.
I completely agree. And it's sad to me, and this is why I do the work I do, that red meat has been maligned and sort of, improperly or incorrectly denigrated. And I really think that with athletes, it can be super helpful. And it's a vital part of longevity and resilience in terms of, body makeup and physicality. So I was just really excited to see that. I was like, Michael Jordan ate steak before. I love it.
the immune system, everything. I mean, yeah, listen, as much information that's out there against it, there's as much, if not more information for the benefits of it. Go try it out, see how it makes you feel. Not just once, over a long period of time. And I'm pretty sure for the majority of the individuals, it may not be for everybody, but the way it works, it's extremely beneficial.
And there's a part of me, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this aspect of my work, but I also love organs like liver. And I just couldn't help but wonder, I wish I could have been there and been like, hey, Michael, do you want to eat a little bit of liver before a game? And he probably would have said, heck no, I don't like liver. And we would have given him some desiccated organ supplements. But hand in hand with meat are these unique nutrients in organs. And so that's fascinating to me too. And, interestingly, I've started working with some MMA athletes recently with this like organ and meat type of diet. So it'll be cool to see where it goes. But
I'm interested to see those results, Doc. I really am, because that's an extension of my knowledge that I don't know a whole lot about, that I haven't actually has a chance to try myself or research or so forth. But I'd really be interested in that. Listen, winning is about performance. It's about physical performance. It's about mental performance. It's about being able to stay focused at a higher level than your competition, than the next individual. So yeah, there's times that you eat for enjoyment, and there's also times you eat for winning. And you got to know how to combine those two to get that end result. It's not always about taste. A lot of times the taste actually keeps you from the long-term win. It may give you the initial win, but it may not be that long-term win that you're looking for.
I think that's the problem with our processed food supply in the United States and the West. And so many athletes that I talk to just eat junk. So I'm hoping that I can play some sort of a role in like bringing that awareness to athletes, because I really think it'll help them.